I think this video has the potential to be the most boring video on YouTube, but I've tried to make it a little bit more interesting. Right, this is a spot of weeding, and I quite like weeding actually. It's you can when it's bad and you can see where you've been, it's quite satisfying. The gravel on the left there against the wall is quite deep and it's actually got spring bulbs under it, but on top it's just covered in chickweed and a lot of low-grown sow thistles. And I could just spray it all, but the lady wants it sort of gone, so I'm going to spray it, hoe it, and then overspray probably in about a week or two if they start emerging with some gallop. I've hand pulled some of the weeds just around the drain pipe there. It's just awkward to get in there with the hoe. And now I'm going to use the push hoe just under the gravel, slide it along. It's a lot quicker than trying to get it all out by hand, and it's a little bit more thorough, I always find. And now what I do is I run along with the rake, the spring rake it is, and just rake up the weeds. A little bit of gravel comes along, but not too much. And here's from the other direction. I often do this on gravel driveways as well, if they're really bad. And especially on a really good sunny hot day on a driveway, if you do this, say when you get there, hoe the drive first, then maybe I'll go and cut the lawn, then go back to the driveway and rake up. By that point the sun and the wind has already started to kill a lot of the roots off, and then you just re-rake the drive. And it is quite effective way of doing it as well. And again, the rake, just rake up gently. What I find is when I pick it up, I use the rake to scoop the weeds up, and almost acts like a sieve, and a lot of any stones that do come up will just fall straight through. And then blower just to tidy things up. There is, in the gravel, there is a few bits of old dry daffodil tops, etc., which is actually, this has helped to clear them out as well. It's quite a satisfying job, this one. And next you'll see there's a path that leads down the side, which leads to this part of the garden, which was equally as bad. Unfortunately, it's mostly soil down the side here. There's no gravel, but you couldn't really get a hoe in a lot of places because it's a bit too narrow. So what I used is one of my favourite weeding tools is the little onion hoe, and that just gouges its way in. One or two stubborn ones I had to pull out. And again, rake up. As you can see, there's the odd weed I've missed, I've had to pull out by hand. There's quite a few weeds the other side where the car's parked, and so what I did after this is use the blower to blow any bits of grit up, and then I actually used a strimmer to take the weeds down, especially ones against near the fence, because they was all in the pointing, and you couldn't really get them out. So I trimmed them down and oversprayed some weed killer. Thank you for watching, and hope it weren't too boring. Many thanks.